I want to show you one more thing in this car with this translation issue. What in God's name is a gun inserting heat prevent?
So a lot of people seem to have a problem with this car. What car is this? Well, this is the Ora Good cat. Now, in this video, we are actually going to look at the problems that people have mentioned on the internet and actually find out whether those are really problems or are people just fussy.
Okay, so the first complaint about this car is that a lot of the car is made of plastic. Now, I don't mind that things are made of plastic because first of all, it reduces the cost, and second of all, plastic is not really that ugly, okay, if they know how to design it well. I do feel like it is an illusion of being premium, right? And this car, although it is the cheapest EV car in the market right now, it is not the cheapest machine that will get you from point A to point B. The next thing that we found out is that a lot of people say that this car's noise isolation is not that great. Personally, I don't think that it is terrible because we were driving on the highway at 150 kilometers per hour and nobody really complained about it. Maybe when we were in the rain that it did sound very loud when it comes to the pitter-patter of the rain, but when you're on the road driving around, you're still gonna have some music on, right? Like, you're not a monster, right? Anyways, this car has something called regenerative braking.
Okay, for me, I absolutely hated the adaptive brake. I think I'm too used to actually pressing down on the brake. So for me, it felt like I was being pulled back every time I'm driving. Like, you know, resistance bands, you know, when they pull you back.
Okay, what if I told you that you can actually make that adaptive braking much weaker?
What? How? Do it right now. Oh, this is so much better. It feels like a car now. This is better, way better, way better.
Okay, so the next problem is that the car has a lot of body roll. I kind of have to agree with that. In fact, I just wanted to add on is that the suspension is also very soft. So the issue here is when you have a soft suspension and a body roll, you're gonna have people feeling car sick. In fact, when we were driving up the mountain, I started to feel car sick, and it is very obvious, it's more prominent, I would say, when you're sitting in the back seat. And speaking about the back, the height of the car is pretty short. So if you're about 180 centimeters, you are concerningly close to the top of the car. So if you're going to go over a speed bump really fast, there is a chance that you might hit your head to the top of the roof. But lucky, Asians are generally quite short.
Now, I get generally very excited when there are new EVs out in the market. But what excites me about electric cars is the technology behind it, right? But in this car, I have a lot of issues with the head unit. Now, I have two issues with it, okay? First of all, I'm going to agree with some of the Malaysian medias that said this. They said that it feels like the Chinese language was just taken through into Google Translate or some translator program and they just pasted everything back here. Because what the heck is wisdom dodge? Okay, and then when it comes to the second thing, right, it's the user interface. If I want to find something in the car, it's very hard because it's not like, you know, you can use logic to find it. For example, if I want to change the settings of the car, okay, so you would expect to find it somewhere in the driving part of the car, right? But it's not there. In fact, if you actually go to the energy consumption part, you only have Eco Plus mode. It just feels like they didn't take the user interface and gone to a support group and see what the normal consumer would think about this car. But aside from that, I wouldn't think that the head unit is a huge problem because I appreciate companies that know they have an issue with their product and they already said that they are going to release a software update to fix those issues. Also, this car has a very feminine look to it. So for you ladies out there, I think that this is a really cute car for you. But for guys, it's We also tested out the new auto park feature. Since we are new to this, we were pretty nervous about it. Okay, so we found a parking spot and I'm going to give it a bit more space because there's 2 empty slots. So let's try this out. Right now, I'm going to select this parking spot and all I need to do is just press one-click park, which I'm going to do right now. Okay, so it's going to tell me to release the brake and start parking. Legs off the brake. You can see for yourself, the wheel is going to start turning on its own. So it's always good to just keep your legs on the brake just in case the system fails. But we have tested it out a few times. It seems to be okay right now.
Okay, so there is a car behind me and it knows that there's a car behind me. You can see that there's an indicator here, and now it's going to try to put itself perfectly in between the parking box, and done. The nice thing is it also engages the handbrake. So you immediately can just walk out of the car, lock the car, it will shut off on its own.
So are these really huge problems with this car? I don't think so, but I think the biggest problem that I face with this car is the body roll and the suspension, because I drive a 2012 Kia Forte and that car felt much better going up the mountain compared to this car. But if you are planning to buy this car for city driving and of course getting stuck in Kuala Lumpur's notorious jam, then this is a much better car to drive. And it also helps that it has a seat massager. So guys, there you have it. I hope you like our first ever car video on ProductNation. Now, we didn't get into the nitty-gritty details of this, but you can check out this and this video for a more in-depth review about this car. We wanted to look at it from the point of view of a normie who just wants to buy a car, and we wanted to debunk the negativity behind this car. So let us know if you want to see a more in-depth review about future cars. And with that guys, I will see you in the next video.